Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Ljs Garage. I am sitting in a 2021 Toyota Camry. This one is a TRD trim, so stay tuned. I'm going to give you a walk around tour and we're going to talk about why I think this is one of the coolest Camrys ever. Not that there's a lot of competition for the coolest Camry, but the Camry's always been just a solid, everyday, reliable, base car. You know, it's not going to do anything wrong, it's not going to do anything amazing other than reliability, and you're never going to be mad at it. You're always going to love the Camry. However, Toyota has decided that they wanted to change the image of the Camry. They give us the TRD trim. So you're going to get nicer wheels, you're going to get a TRD exhaust, you're going to get the full body kit, the TRD goodies, so different front bumper, different side skirts, and it overall looks attractive. I can't forget, on the back you're going to get that cool little rear spoiler. So without further ado, let's talk specs. So under the hood, you have a 3.5 liter V6 that makes 301 horsepower and 267 foot-pounds of torque. It'll do 0 to 60 in some time. This isn't a high-performance sedan, and I do wish that maybe there was a higher trim above the TRD that gave people a little bit of extra power, like a TRD Pro Camry, which I know we can't use the TRD Pro because that's kind of more of the truck thing, but whatever. I think there should be something just a step above. And so it is a solidly quick car, especially considering that most of these cars of this size have gone to 4-cylinder turbos. And I know that there are some great 4-cylinder turbos, but something about a naturally aspirated V6 just hits the spot. And this one does actually sound pretty solid. Take a listen. Put it in sport. And before I go any further, special thanks to Voss Toyota. So if you're over here in the Dayton, Beaver Creek area of Ohio, and you're in the area and shopping for a Toyota, be sure to stop in and ask for Morgan. He's very knowledgeable about the TRDs, the Toyotas, the Tacomas, the 4Runners, all of the above. So be sure to stop in and let him know LJ sent you. Let's get back to some more specs. You're going to have an 8-speed automatic transmission. This will be pretty cool with the manual, I won't lie, but that's not on the table, unfortunately. It's going to be front-wheel drive. You are going to get about 22 city, 31-ish highway miles per gallon. So overall, I mean, it's got a little bit of performance, 300 horsepower, and a little bit of eco-friendly practicality and all of that good stuff. And this is a good-sized sedan. It's mid-size, got a roomy trunk, and now pretty much hop out and I'll show you a little bit about it. As I said before, I do like the outside of this a lot. This is a very attractive car. There's no one that can really argue that, and some people might say, yes, it doesn't have that much performance to really justify these looks, but I disagree. I think 300 horsepower is plenty appropriate for this kind of setup. On the front end, you've got a pretty attractive grille yet again, and I think this just looks so sharp. Toyota's done a good job of keeping true to the Camry for what it is, but then giving it a little bit of spice, a little bit of sugar to kind of spice things up and sweeten the deal. You're going to get 19-inch wheels. You can see the red caliper sticking out from behind and the nice TRD badging all around. Let's talk about the back end. You're going to see you got this rear spoiler, which I talked about earlier. You're going to have your TRD badging. There's your exhaust. You got dual tips, so that's a pretty nice touch. You got this cool little diffuser. If you guys aren't sure what that is, that's all of this little setup back up here, and it's stunning. I mean, this looks like a car that if I rolled up on the back of, I'd be ready for a fight, and I mean a race. But I don't condone racing, so don't do that. But look at it. Look at it. It's just nice taillights, very good profile, 10 out of 10. All right, so we went ahead and popped the trunk. You got this nice TRD liner right here, and then you got your cool special floor mats. But look at that space. You know how much things you can put in there? A lot of things. A lot of things. Well, that's pretty dark. All right, well, here I am in the back seat. These are legs, not hot dogs. This seat is set for me. I'm 5'9", and I'm sitting comfortably back here. I've got plenty of headroom. So someone I'd say 6 foot, 6'1", they'd be pretty all right back here. Anything more than that, it might get a little bit snug, but we're not worried about tall people on this channel. So nice materials, red little seat belts. And I mean, overall, this is a good place to be. There's not much I'd change. I wish there were some charge ports back here. That would be pretty nice, and some rear vents, but like I said, this is a good place to be. I wouldn't really change a whole lot. On the front seats, you're going to get your TRD stitching all over the place. TRD on the front headrests. This nice black and red contrasting material. And just, yeah. Alright, let's talk about what you get up front. So you're going to see you got a nice display right there. Analog gauges with a little digital screen in there. On the left-hand side, you're going to have some basic controls, your fuel door, your trunk release, your automatic high beams, traction control, and all of those things. And the traction control off, if you're one of those people who likes to get squirrely, that is for you. On the steering wheel, you're going to have your forward collision avoidance, lane departure warning, all of that. Steering wheel, red stitching, very nice to the touch, no complaints. And then with this screen over here, most of everything is going to have a physical button along with just using the touchscreen. So you're going to have your audio controls there, your phone controls there. You do have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, the basics. And so on top of that, there's really not much. Down here, you're going to have your climate controls. A little bit further down below that, you do have your 12-volt outlet and a regular standard little USB port right there. You're going to have this little cubby right under there. And then you do have your cup holder, standard little shifter with this little TRD badging and more stitching, so that's really nice. You're going to have your different modes, eco, normal, and sport, automatic brake hold, and then you do have the control for your electronic brakes right there. But otherwise, that's it. Got your glove box over there. I'll pop this open, give you guys a little sneak peek, but nothing much. Cup holders in the door. We'll pop the center console up. Bam, more storage, more charge ports. And I like it in here. I mean, it's just familiar. Something about Toyotas always feel familiar. All right, that's actually all I have for you guys on this. As far as driving experience goes, there's not a whole lot to dive into. I don't have any crazy videos of me having a blast in this, but I'd say if you've driven any Camry V6, you know what you're getting into. It's very familiar, it's very easy to drive, and it's got just enough power to get you in trouble, but I mean, merging, you won't have any problems. Braking is a little bit upgraded, suspension's a little bit better. But overall, those things, unless you're really pushing this, you're not going to notice. And so for me, it's pretty much just cliff notes on the driving experience. Take it for what it is. If you have any more questions, let me know. But otherwise, this is what you get when you shop for a TRD Camry. And without further ado, thank you guys so much for checking out yet another video. Be sure to hit that like button, comment button, subscribe button, and let me know what your thoughts are on the TRD. And like I said, if you are in the Dayton, Ohio area, be sure to stop in at Voss Toyota and let him know LJ sent you. Ask for Morgan. He's a smart guy and he'll hook you up with whatever Toyota needs you have. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.